Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. We're going to see what the universe wants us to hear today. I'm going to call in my guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. Best. We're going to best you all. All right, let's see what we got going on. Put this out a little bit. Don't know why I'm talking in a Southern accent, but we're going to start with Heart Thoughts by Louise Hay. I just feel guided to do a quick little quote. She has quotes on the left side of the page. Ready, set, tell me when. Okay. Left side. Some people don't know how to say no. The only way they know how to say no is to be ill. Interesting. So, and the right side says, I accept what is best for me. So your first message of this week is learn how to say no. And also you actually learn by you saying no to other people, you learn, who they truly are. Like, are they very accepting? It's like, okay, you do you, take your rest. You don't have to come. Or is it somebody that's angry that you're not doing something to please them? So you get to see people's true colors when you say no to them. And you get to honor yourself by saying no to something that maybe you don't want to do. Maybe there's a place that you don't want to go, or an event that you don't really feel called to attend anymore. And maybe in the beginning you were invigorated by it, but then as you got closer to the event, you're like, oh, something just feels off. Honor that. You can say no to anything. Okay, I feel guided to do a bunch of page pulls in this reading. So let's see what comes through. This is Creating Money, my all-time favorite book ever. Left side, second paragraph. Okay, let's flow with it. I actually have a heart on this page and I underlined. So I think this was meant to be. You guys can see. Okay, second paragraph. It says, when you spend and give with love, you create even more ways for money to come to you. A state of love is a state of receptivity to the abundance of the universe. And I underlined, the more love you send out to the world, the more abundance and miracles you will receive in return. Every time you pay a bill or receive money, see it as a gift of love. Make every exchange of money an opportunity to radiate love to those around you. Okay, awesome message, page 132. And it says, I demonstrate love with action every day. And it's so wild because I was on a client call last night with one of my mentorship clients. And I told her that I got this download the other day. Have you guys ever seen the movie Soul? I love that movie. It's an animated movie for kids and for adults. And it's all about the soul's journey and why we're here, why we're in these bodies, why we're here to appreciate taste, smell, touch, love. And it's about this guy who thinks he needs to chase his dream of being like a famous musician. But what he didn't realize was that the most important moments in life were him sitting on a bench eating pizza or watching the leaves blow in the wind. So it's like he reaches this enlightenment state and it's like, wow, this is what being a soul is all about. And I was watching this movie, years ago, but I was mentioning it to my client last night because she hadn't seen it yet. And she's really into animations, and she's just that type of person where I think she'd get it and like love the kid-like energy in the movie. But what I came to find was that with money, if we can see money as cute little souls, right? In the movie, the souls kind of look like little mini ghosts with no bodies, right? They're just they're able to maneuver through reality or their dimension as these cute little light beings. So I see money as that. Every time I get $40, $100, $5,000, I see, and I call the soul of money the number. So if I just get $5,000 in my a direct deposit from maybe my mindfulness program, I'll imagine a beautiful soul that's named 5,000. And I'll say, thank you, 5,000. And I hug 5,000. And I'm like, yes, thank you, abundance. I love you so much. And I see money as a soul. It's an energy. It's a consciousness. And when I'm doing that, it feels so different. So I suggest all of you guys try this. And I believe that little passage was saying, like, when we give with love and receive with love, meaning we're treating money and our mission work like it's its own thing, it's its own consciousness, and we're loving it. So the other day, I door dashed a dinner for myself, and lately I've been trying to be like a little bit more tighter with my budget, just to like nurture myself. Like I want to see my money grow, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to DoorDash for a while. So I didn't DoorDash for a couple months. And then the other night, I really wanted a yummy salad and I had a client call. So I didn't have time to go out and get food. So I was like, what? I'll DoorDash it so it arrives while I'm on the call. And then as soon as I'm done the call, I can eat. Well, as I was about to do the DoorDash, I was like, a little voice said, Michelle, don't spend money on this. You can go get it yourself, or you can cook your own food. You have eggs in the fridge. But I really wanted a salad. So I was like, no, the universe always pays me double for anything that I nurture myself with. So it was like a $35 meal. And I actually got two things that I could have, one for dinner and one for lunch tomorrow. I kind of always like to double it up like that. Like if I'm going to do it, I do it big. So I got a $35 dinner and a lunch for the next day. And guess what happened? I was on my client call and she asked to extend the call. The call was only supposed to be 60 minutes. She's like, hey, you didn't have your 90-minute option on the website. Can I extend our call 30 minutes? Which was $87 extra. And I was just like, because right now I'm running a discount. My readings are 175 instead of 222. So I told her, I was like, you know what, just split the 175 in half and just, you can make up for that extra 30 minutes with the $87.50. So literally, I DoorDashed the food before the call. Then on the call, I get a manifestation of the money I needed to pay for my dinner. So I thought about that $87 and I thought about it as a soul. And I was like, thank you, number 87. I love you so much. And it sounds silly. But this is just how I play in my head. I see our lives as a big virtual reality game. And how can I be the master of my own game? How can I have so much fun every day when I wake up? How can I not be in fear and in anxiety and worry and stress? And yes, I have my low moments. And yes, I have my high moments. But these small little like glimmers of the universe taking care of me is my favorite. And that's why this is my favorite book, because I love talking about creating money. I love seeing how the universe drops it in your reality without you even knowing how it's going to come, when it's going to come. But I placed that order on DoorDash and literally 30 minutes later, I got the money back triple. It was $35. I got $87 back. That's almost triple. So you guys can do this too. It is so magical how it happens. And I didn't even consciously, journal it or do anything. I just said out loud, the universe always pays me back double. I say it every time I spend money. So just like that book said, when you are putting money out into the world, do it with love and say, universe, I know you're going to pay me back double or triple for this. Okay. You know what? Let's do one more page. I just felt guided to do one more. Spirit Animal by Stephen Farmer. I feel guided to go to the beginning of the alphabet. That's the too much of the beginning. That was the introduction. Okay, we have the bear. Set clear boundaries and don't compromise, even if pressured. This is kind of like saying no. Ask for what you want, whether or not you feel you'll get it. Get going on that creative project you have in mind. Take some time out from your usual routines and spend time in solitude. You may be in need of physical or emotional healing. We also have the bat on the other side, so feel free to screenshot. I never know if I'm getting the page well or not. I can't see. Let's see what the bat says. Let go of those habits and attachments that no longer serve you. Welcome the changes that are long overdue. The ordeal that you're facing is a necessary part of your transformation and an initiation into a much more spiritually directed life. It's time to confront and conquer your fears, trusting that doing so will bring dramatic and beneficial changes. Mingle and socialize more with others, perhaps by joining ongoing classes or group activities that you think you'd enjoy. This is so unique. So when I was looking at the bear card, I saw the bat card. And then when I was reading, because I was thinking, oh, I should probably read the bat too. And then when I was reading the bear card, I had a moment come up inside of me that I wanted to share with you all. And then I forgot about it. Then I read the bat card and it came back to me. So you can see how the universe was trying to get me to say a message to all of you, but I kept dodging it by accident. And then it brought it back. Like I wasn't supposed to read the bat card, but here I am. This is the sentence I want you guys to hear. The ordeal that you're facing is a necessary part of your transformation. So in short, If you are dealing with a major financial breakdown right now, maybe your car got, I don't know, maybe your car got taken. Maybe your credit card companies are calling you nonstop. Maybe you're about to get evicted, right? And you're wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand it. I need you to pause right now and know that we're in a virtual reality game. It is all an illusion. This entire setup is an illusion. And you chose it. You chose to be in that body, in that specific situation right now, in this time, in this moment, because you're meant to choose differently. You're meant to look at that and go, oh, that's something I attracted because of a lack mindset. I jumped into this body, came to earth to undo the lack in my family line, in my ancestral history. So, what you're going to do is you're going to observe the situation that you're in and you're going to ignore it. And every stinking single day, you're going to work on your vibration and you are going to break apart the part of you that feels conditioned to think that you don't have enough. So basically think about you, you're in a bubble right now, right? And all this and things are being taken from you. You feel like you don't have enough, you're not generating money out of anywhere. You feel like the universe is not showing up for you in the way it shows up, like that example that I said about the $87. Like if you're not experiencing those moments, this is what I want you to do. See yourself in that bubble, right? And all of a sudden you're pulling yourself out of the bubble. You popped out. Now you're looking down at it and it's all an illusion, right? It's this holograph. It's not real. And you're smiling at it going, thank you. Thank you, lack. Thank you for teaching me what I don't want. I'm now going to move over here to the abundance bubble. And in this bubble, I know that every need will be met when I need it. And I will walk through going, okay, if I'm being evicted, let me sit back right now and say, universe, show me the next perfect step. I see that I created this from my old conditioning. I am now in a new bubble. Can you quickly solve this whole issue for me? Can you bring me the money out of nowhere? Your consciousness, you guys, your consciousness can create $50,000 overnight just by pulling yourself out of that illusion and seeing that you are this divine being who can generate money out of thin air instantly just with the scan of your frequency and your vibration. So in that other bubble, you are in a frequency that's like a 1, 2, or 3 on the scale of 1 to 10. 1, 2, and 3 is fear, despair, worry, scared. And all of a sudden you pop out, you're now neutral, you don't have a number. And then when you put yourself into the abundance bubble, you're in a 10. You are like, let's see what the universe will do because I'm not in control. I am a spirit experiencing this reality. And now I know the truth. Now I know that I'm the creator of my bubble. So I'm in a brand new bubble where there's nothing going wrong. And now I get to create positivity. I get to create abundance. I get to create joy. And universe, I'm going to stay in this vibration until you bring me all of that, what I just named, the abundance, the joy, right? So now you're creating that new life that you wanted, but you came to earth to experience the first bubble. Just know that. So hopefully that helps you. That's the message I wanted to share. Excuse me, my throat chakra's going a little crazy. Okay, let's see what Micah wants to share with you all. That was a really powerful first message. And it's funny because I filmed a couple videos today. I did some bulk content and I wanted to share that message and it didn't come through. So I think it was meant to come through now. Let's see what Micah has for us. Micah, mommy loves you. I used to say that all the time before I walked into her hospital room. She was born with a muscle disorder, for some of you that did not know, and she passed away at 6 weeks old. It was a very, very rare muscle disorder. It was called MLI myopathy. But every day I would scrub into her hospital room and I would say, Micah, can you hear mommy's heartbeat? Mommy's here. So letting go of control. An example, me in the hospital room having to nurture my daughter in that way for that short period of time, not knowing what was going on. It felt like a freaking tornado. It was the lowest point of my life. I had to let go of control. I had to say, I don't know how this is going to end. And I actually did not know it was life or death. I thought I was just going to have a daughter with a disability. I did not know she was going to pass away until like 4 days before she passed away. The doctors mentioned that things were declining. So we have to learn to surrender and say, okay, I don't know how this is going to work out. Let me just trust. Okay. So Micah is saying, she's telling you all to let go of control. We had one that flipped. You are the king or queen, never settle. I just heard somebody's going through a divorce or a breakup, and you don't know how this is going to play out. You're scared, you're worried. God's saying, just do it. It is time to choose you. A limiting belief is blocking you. So when we're about to make a big decision in life, we have all of these other thoughts. The ego is commenting on, well, if you do this, then this will happen. Or if you don't do this, then this will happen. And you have to turn all of that off and say, I am a soul in this body, and let me see how the universe lets this unfold for me. Universe, jump in my body and allow me to start the conversation. Jump in my body and bring this person to start the conversation with me. You guys can do that too. You can manifest people breaking up with you if that's what you really want. You can, it's your movie. Everybody's just a character in your reality. So God says, just do it. Let go of control. You are the king or queen. Do not settle. And don't let the ego talk you out of doing something that you keep thinking about every single day doing. If you're thinking about something every single day, that means you're meant to do it. Okay. And if it's not time yet, you keep asking the universe to show you the perfect time. Allow it to pour through you. And guess what happens when it pours through you? You start to open up that abundance flow. I'm telling you, that first passage from creating money, when you do things with love and when you embrace money and build a relationship with it, and you start to choose you, this is what happens. You start to get shown the next perfect step to create the financial freedom or to receive the lottery win. So for the lottery, the next perfect step would be, oh, what numbers should I go play? Or what scratch offs should I buy, right? That's the next perfect step. So you're asking the universe to guide you to take that step. You're not in ego saying, I'm going to force myself to win the lottery. That's not going to happen that way. You have to first change your state. You got to go from a 1 to a 10 on the scale of frequency that I just created on my own. It's not a real thing. But if the universe were to scan you right now and you're at a 1, you're in fear, you're in worry, you're in doubt, how am I going to pay my bills? Don't go buy a lottery ticket at that time because you're not in the frequency of attracting the next perfect step. You first have to go for a walk in nature, lay in the sun, get that frequency up to a 10. And now when you're vibrating at a 10, you're going to magnetize the intuition. The intuition is then going to guide you to the store to buy the ticket, or it's going to guide you to hop on the computer to apply for a job that you didn't even know existed until you opened up your computer. But the reason why the job appeared out of nowhere, you know, they talk about this all the time with people in real estate. And they're like, I've been looking for a house for like 3 months. And this house that I ended up finding was on the market the whole time, but it did not cross my feed. And it's because they were not at a 10. When you're at a 10, the universe aligns it to you. So that's the financial freedom, is you understanding how this works, that first you work on your frequency and then you get intuitively led and you ask to be shown the next perfect step. You take the step, and that's when the financial freedom drops in. And for some of you, financial freedom could be real estate. It could be buying that property that makes you millions. It could be buying multiple properties and rehabbing them and then selling them. We have start the thing. I could have sworn another one jumped. So Micah is saying, start the project. I believe the bat also said that, or maybe it was the bear. One of the animals said, start a creative project. Heal yourself and you help others heal. This is start maybe a healing business, start working as a mentor or a coach or a practitioner in some way, maybe a massage therapist, a Reiki practitioner. But when you focus on listening to these videos and working with me or working with a healer, when you begin to heal, you start to see a ripple effect in everybody around you. They start to treat you differently. They start to honor you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just had somebody offer to pay for something for me, and I never, ever thought they would ever give me money. And it's because your healing abilities, You knowing that you're worthy of receiving activated somebody else to want to give to you. Super cool. Change is here. Let's ask Micah, what change is here? Your soul is calling you to level up. All right, Micah, what change is coming? Is it finances? Is it relationships? It keeps happening. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time I shuffled it, they flip, but they don't flip all the way around. Okay. I asked her what change is coming. Your higher love is coming. The relationship of your dreams. The reason why you've been doing all of this work is for your own ascension. But when you ascend, you then attract other people who are ascending with you. And then it's like, all right, let's do this together. That's what Start the Thing is. Start the Thing is a new partnership. You might be moving cities to go be with somebody new. You might be communicating with somebody a little bit more, starting to build the connection. And sometimes people can't see you until you reach out and show them that you're there. But I like to believe the universe, is aligning the perfect person to you. You just have to know your worth. You just have to know that you're a king or queen and you're not going to settle for the other BS that has been knocking down your door, not acting in integrity, right? Not honoring you. But that's because you weren't honoring you. And that's the breakdown, is you had to be broken down to see your worth. You had to be treated so poorly. You had to be cheated on. You had to lose everything. You had to have a tower moment to build the character that is needed for you to do your mission. So it's almost like a human being is traveling through Earth and they're in trauma, right? And all of a sudden they wake up from a job loss, a breakup, an illness, a divorce. With me, I lost my daughter. That sparked my nervous system to wake the heck up. And then it was like, okay, now it's time to heal, right? I did all that work to heal, to get all of these patterns out of my system. And the patterns are you consciously, this is the hardest part, you guys, you consciously choosing in the moment not to act on a feeling. Why am I so drawn to this person and they're married? Stop. Do not go to that person. That's a test that is saying, hey, you're not acting in integrity. Don't go towards this person when you know they're in partnership. Be honorable. And the pattern in you wants to go because there's some sort of pattern in you that feels safer with somebody who's taken because then you don't have to commit. Or maybe you spent your childhood trying to win your dad over from your sisters or your brother, and you could never win. So now your ego is trying to, it's unconsciously looking for a taken person to win. And you have to catch yourself doing that and say no more. And that is a conscious choice of you breaking the pattern. Patterns are not easy to break. It is daily practice, and we have to really be aware of how we're unconsciously doing it because it's in our nervous system. And that's why working with a healer helps, because you can go to the nervous system, pull the root out, and then you're not even drawn to that type of person anyway. I had a client who just had that situation. She was just talking to a guy as a friend. He was a coworker, and his wife called her and was like, do you have intentions with my husband? And she was like, no, we're just coworkers. But that was the other woman. It was her wounding, her being honest, her really wondering what was going on. Maybe she sensed it. But my client was innocent. She wasn't doing anything wrong. But that was also a reminder for her to be like, wow, somebody else might be taking something the wrong way. So maybe let me really look at my behavior and say, should I have been messaging him if he's married? You know what I mean? Is it okay with the wife? Or maybe I should ask him, like, do you guys have a healthy relationship? Is she okay with you having your freedom, messaging guys and girls? Because everybody has different boundaries in the relationship. Some people are not okay with that. And no judgment, everybody can do what they want to do. But you being the outsider, you have to be mindful of the boundary that the marriage has. And it's your job to approach that person, and hopefully they'll be honest. And you can say, hey, is this okay that we're messaging? Like, I don't know. I know we're just friends, but if I was married, I'm not sure if I would want a woman texting my husband, so in that way or that frequently or whatever it is. And I'm not saying that from my perspective. I'm just saying this is what happens with my clients, is they start to see the pattern of how either the men are looking for emotional comfort from somebody else, and they shouldn't be, because there's nothing going on, right? But yet they're texting them. So what's the, unless it's just about work, that's one thing, but you can read behind that. That's a small little pattern that goes overlooked that you have to be mindful of. And again, this is not me telling you exactly what to do because every situation is so different. And everybody has so many different types of wounding. And again, my guides are literally stopping me from talking to say, yes, it is so hard to navigate that because, you know, what's the right thing? We want to have freedom. We want to be able to talk to whoever we want to talk to, but what are your intentions behind it? What are you looking to get from the conversation? Is it just a, hey, what tool are you using at work? I need to know. Like, that's obviously so innocent. But if there's something more there, you have to really look at why that person's messaging you. Are they looking to feel comfort from you that they're not getting from their wife? Because then that's kind of them stepping out in some sort of way. And is the wife okay with it? So there's so many different layers to that. But just you make sure your side of the street is clean and that your intentions are pure, and then the universe will align it perfectly for you. You won't have to worry about it. I've helped so many women stop the pattern of entertaining men who are married, who are looking to them for emotional support because they're not getting it in their marriage because they don't know how to communicate their needs. So they end up being this like outside person that the husband is going to, when I am trying to teach them, don't be that outside person. That's not acting in integrity. And guess what's happening? When you're allowing somebody to communicate with you like that, they're then blocking a space for your partner to come in. They're holding space and you need to move them out so that you can welcome your partner in. Okay, let's see. Share the love. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And these situations are great for marriages to talk about. Like I told my client, like, it's great that that happened because now that person's marriage is probably going to get better because now they're going to open up the door for communication on a new boundary, on what makes them feel safe in their partnership, you know? If they're being honest about talking to friends who are the opposite sex. So those conversations are really healthy and good. So let's see what else. Cards keep dropping. Ooh, so this is kind of player energy. Knight of Wands. Passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action, trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. So the Knight of Wands is fast moving. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but the Knight of Wands is can be considered player. Like he's a player, he's fast moving, he's going from one person to the next, and it could be he or she. But the feeling I have in this card is kind of saying like somebody's coming towards you in a very, very like panicked, I need you energy. And they've realized that they made the mistake of dismissing you before, and now they're coming full speed at you. That's what I get. And they're coming to share the love. They're coming to express their feelings. They're going to say, I'm so sorry for doing that to you. I want to be with you. I don't want to spend a day without you. It's like that kind of energy that I feel in my body. It's somebody coming in and just fully expressing their feelings. Let's get confirmation on that. Yep. Look at this, you guys. This means it could be somebody from your past because they're children. So childhood. Or maybe you're going to have children with this person. It says children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. So he's offering her a flower. He's offering her forgiveness, compassion. He's saying, I'm sorry. Or it's a brand new partnership and he's saying, hey, want to be a kid with me? You want to go play together? Which is really sweet. So we just got confirmation on that. The share the love, the Knight of Wands. It's not a player energy. It's somebody coming back quickly and swiftly to apologize. Yeah. And they've been in this energy of being indecisive. They've been like, do I do it? I don't know. Do I leave my marriage? I'm not sure. It's like that kind of energy. It says being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem, over analyzing a situation. That's the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So 2 of Swords. Okay, let's do the wild unknown spirit animal deck. We have the earthworm at the bottom, which is all about finding your home and being grounded at home. So maybe somebody's finally coming home to you. And this could be after thousands of years of not spending a lifetime together in the human experience. Like imagine if your souls, right? Like say you have a twin flame or a soulmate, and in other lifetimes you were not meant to be intimate partners. And in this lifetime you are, and it's like, you finally get to be with each other's souls through a body, and you haven't felt this in thousands of years. That's the energy. It's like home. It's like, where have you been? I've missed you. All right. I love the frog energy. One time I was deep in my feels about somebody, and I still don't know, but I was like, is he my twin flame? I'm not sure. And I asked the universe to send me a frog if he was my twin. And you guys, the same day I was napping on my couch, and my nieces and nephews called me, and they're like, Shushi, like, come play with us. We're going to go to the park. And I was like, sorry guys, I just don't feel like it. And they're like, come on. And then I went to their house, then we went to the park. They freaking caught a frog. It's probably the only frog that they've ever caught in my 41 years of being alive, and their 16 years now being alive. But the same day I prayed and asked the universe if this person's my twin flame, and obviously I don't believe in like relying on a sign to determine that. It's like what I feel in my body. But back then I didn't know all this. It was what, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And I was like, is this person my twin? And my niece and nephew literally caught a frog at the park. So it's cool how I'll report back to you guys, let you know if that's my person or not, but when we end up together. But it's cool that the frog just came through and we're talking about this, because that person made me feel like a kid. They made me feel so seen, so heard, just a good energy. And that's what the frog is saying. It's like, hey, it's time to take a vacation. It's time to rest. It's time to play again. Go jump back in the water. Frogs represent being overworked, and it's time to play, take a vacation, or rest. It could also mean to clear the clutter, to take a shower, to cleanse your physical energy. Get another animal card. Let's see, what animal do you need? What's going to be your spirit animal for this week? We'll do that. So the frog is saying rest, but let's get another message on the spirit animal of the week. What is our animal of the week? Starfish. Okay, this is all about not being too superficial, not worrying about your looks, trusting that you are beautiful in that beautiful body no matter what you look like. And it's not getting caught up with how maybe the partner is going to look or how the situation is going to look. Things don't have to be perfect, but you're realizing that you are a soul in that body, and that body is great, and you have to nurture it so that you can live out your mission. But don't be fixated on how this is going to come in. Okay. Don't be superficial. Try to just really be grounded, like the earthworm that we got before, the bottom of the deck. Be grounded and say, you know what? I've waited lifetimes for this love. I don't care how it looks. I just love this person. It's like that kind of energy. Maybe your ego has always thought you wanted your partner to look a certain way, and spirit saying, you're not going to be in control of that. They're going to show up in a different package. The bear. So beautiful. So the bear for me is, which is funny because we got the bear already in the spirit animal book. But in this deck, it's all about coming out of your cave, coming back into the sun. You're no longer hibernating. The person is coming back from the past to offer you a cup of love. They're saying, hey, I've done enough hibernation. I've done enough healing. I've healed myself, and now I'm helping others heal. And now I'm ready to be with you. It's almost like the universe. I just saw a vision of like the universe keeping you two separate for years and years and years until you are ready to come out of your caves and be together. So it was almost like if you tried to go see each other, you got rejected. The universe was like, not yet, not yet. And maybe that could be somebody not seeing you. Maybe they couldn't see you. In the other deck, my Light Seers Tarot, the Two of Swords, the woman's blindfolded. She can't quite see what's real and what's not real. She can't see what decision to make. So the bear is saying, hey, I'm coming out of my cave and I'm making a decision, and I'm coming towards you fast on a horse. And let's get this thing started. Let's get this life, the second half of our lives started. It could also mean that when they come in, this person comes in on their horse, like a knight in shining armor. They might want to take you on a vacation. That's what the frog card could mean. Yep. And then they're saying, let's get started on our mission. Let's build this web of abundance. The spider card, it's a web of abundance. You're building a life with your partner, the kids, the home, the mission work, the creativity. It's so intricately designed based off of your creative abilities. So this is a rainbow web. So it means there's so many different layers to your web that you two are going to create that you can't even see yet. You don't know what's going to come through you until you get together to build it. So get ready for a vacation. Okay, we have the rabbit. You're going to have fear when this comes in. You're going to be scared. You're going to be like, wait, can I trust this? This is too fast. There's so much momentum. I don't know what to do. The rabbit is saying it's natural to have fear, but be a cute little bunny. Take it step by step or hop by hop and trust that the universe is going to guide you along the way. You have nothing to fear, but it's natural because your fear is going to show you that, hey, I need to go towards this because I have fear. Fear is always a beacon. It's always leading us to what's next on our journey, because if you didn't have fear, it wouldn't be worth it, right? Like you want to be able to say like, oh my God, I faced my fear. I did this thing. We're going to do Angels of Abundance deck. I'm going to need my glasses for this one because it's so tiny. But have no fear. This person coming in is honest. They're integral. They're wanting the best for you because they love themselves so much that they could never, if they wouldn't harm themselves, they wouldn't harm you. And they know them. I'm hearing they know themselves inside and out. So they're going to protect you from their patterns because they know their patterns. That was really beautiful. Okay, law of attraction. Here's what the card looks like. All the spirit animals around. It says, each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So the angels of abundance are saying, if you just ask, they will attune your frequency. So go into a meditation today and say, angels, attune my frequency. I don't know how to do it. Can you just do it for me? And watch what happens. You'll start to put yourself in the vibration of the king or queen energy where you are so worthy of receiving. And who knows, maybe you'll meet somebody new this week. Maybe you'll connect with somebody via social media and it'll be new and exciting. Maybe they'll ask about you and who you are and how far you've come. And it'll be like a brand new start. And it's because they're finally coming out of that universal cave that they were in through all of their healing. And it's like been thousands of years. And now the universe is saying, now is the time. Now is the time. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, final message from Archangel Michael's deck, Sword of Light. What is our final message, Spirit? Let's stop right here. Moving towards the light, number 32. Look how beautiful this card is, you guys. Look at all the colors. I'm really seeing the purple. Moving towards the light. You're leaving everything behind that is not a match to the light. So if you're living around people that are in negativity and darkness, maybe you're going to be moving. Maybe you're going to be energetically cutting cords from certain people. Have no fear. The light is guiding the way. The path is laid out for you. You just have to take the first step. And if you don't know what that step is, universe, jump in my body, show me the first step. Maybe it's sending the email, calling the realtor, reaching out to the friend, asking for financial help, putting money away, asking the universe to show you how to create more abundance, opening up a book and pulling a page. These are all little action steps that we can take so we don't feel as stuck on the journey. Maybe it's signing up to take a course. Maybe it's signing up to work with me in my mentorship, or maybe it's clicking the button below to join my community. We do monthly live coaching calls where we pull cards and we talk and we share, and I teach you guys anything that I feel you need to know at that time with what's going on in the world and what's going on with your path. And you can ask questions live on the Zoom, or you can send them through the chat. But sign up to work with me if you're needing assistance in any of these areas. If you're going through a tower moment, a breakup, a job change, if you're the one that's indecisive about something, you 100% need guidance. You need somebody to help you navigate your own fear. Fear is real and we have to go towards it. We cannot run away from it. If you're running from something, if you're running from communication with somebody, if you're fearing somebody coming in and wanting to ask you out on a date, or you don't know how to step up and ask the person out, you need support. So I have a bunch of different offerings on my website. Everything is linked below. I'll put it in the comments too, but join my community, join my mentorship, whatever feels good for you. And they range financially. The mentorship is about $1,500. The community is only $44. And then a one-on-one session with me is $222. And I'm currently running a promotion, which is $175. So you have so many different options of what, is current in your wallet, in your purse. You can choose on how to invest in yourself in that way. If you join my community for 3 months, 3 times 44, that's like a session, right? You're putting yourself around like-minded people for the cost of one session, but you're getting it for 3 months. It's worth it. You're literally going to be opening up your phone or computer, seeing interactions of higher vibrational people, where right now, if you're not joining, you're not around that. You need to be around people that are going to level you up. You need to be having conversations on a daily basis with other people who are on this journey to continue to pull you to rise higher. Okay. And that's why I built that community, because I want us all to be in one spot where we can help each other grow and expand, because we don't have that in our local communities. So click the link in my comments in the description. I'm sending you all so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so we can get these messages out there with the algorithm. And thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. If you feel called to donate, if you want to give back, I'm happy to do that as well. There's links below. I'm happy for you to do that as well, because what you put out, you get back triple. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. All right, lovies, peace out.